the Sharks fit you. Sharks, Sharks, forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see good football, for the Sharks are here.
Hey there, welcome to SharkCast, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sharks. Victorious today at Ocean Protect Stadium with a massive 52-10 win over the high-flying West Tigers. No team has ever won the comp conceding 50 points or more. Sharks defeated the West Tigers 52-10. We're here for a bit to talk to you about everything that's going on, especially out there today at Ocean Protect Stadium. A massive win. Sorry about the angle. We're in a different room again today. Find a new place to record at Ocean Protect, and we love it. So I hope I'm coming through loud and clear, and hope the audio is, the visual is not too much for you guys and girls. But as Dion says first, great win tonight. Absolutely. Hard fought in the first half. It was back and forth a bit. Better team easily won. I'm really confused about the Sharks team. Like, that's how good they can be. I'm not sure why it's not like that more often than not, but we can get into all of that. If you want to jump on and have your say, I've left some links in the comment sections around the place. And if you're on Insta and you want to jump on, I haven't left the link there in a really good linkable place, so you can work it out. But we'd love to hear from you here for a bit, just to talk about black, white, and blue. Sharks win 52-10. 2 hat tricks. KL Iro returning to great form tonight, and Teague Wilton with a hat trick as well. So brilliant stuff. My brother says that Fitzy got the bench right, and he did. Oregon Kaufusi, his second half was awesome. Joel says the second half has been their best performance. So, yeah, great second half performance. Oh, my gosh. Defensively, a lot tighter this week. And we'll get to the bottom of that and see what was different from last week, aside from the obvious. But even just structurally, they looked a lot tighter unit and weren't jumping out too much. And it was just, an impressive win. Lucy from Melbourne says, yeah, the boys. Or maybe he goes, oh, yeah. Corey says, winner, winner, Tiger dinner. Dan the man says, rugby Teague. That could be the comment of the night so far. Well done. Dion says, Teague was impressive, AFB solid. Look, I thought to a man they were all much better than they have been, and some really great performances. So I'd love to get into all that with you. Tim says, I missed the game because I wasn't feeling great. So stoked with the win. Oh, sorry to hear that, Tim. Hope you're on the mend, or will be on the mend. Make sure you watch the replay, because it was really, really second half was fun, but first half was a bit of a grind. And I thought we won that grind fair and square. Garcia 10 says, amazing second half stat for Sam. So he's got the meters at 1,034 versus 273. I might look at that myself, but not that I need to prove that. Like, I take your word for it, of course. So, Future Dude says, what a reverse card we pulled in the Tigers. Expected 50 you put on us. We put 50 on them. Look, I came here and I wasn't overly confident, as you would have heard in the episodes throughout the week. I didn't think that it was unwinnable or anything crazy like that. I just thought it was going to be tougher than what it was. And Tigers would have been pretty confident, even down their three really good guys, has to be said. Buller, Pierce Paul, and someone else. And then we saw Dewey get hurt really early on. Hopefully he's okay, because we love Dewey. But forget all that. Better team won. Reese says, huge bounce back from KL. Hat-trick KL. Thank you very much, Reese. Susan says, fantastic win, Sharkies. More of that every game, please. Up. Ashley is going to call us. That's cool. Lucia's fantastic across the park. Roddy was great. Nico was on fire. Intercept try was magnificent. Great Shark Park moment, for sure. Trish is walking back to the car. We love to hear all this sort of insight from people who are at the game. A bunch of happy fans. That's really great to hear. Hope you're well, Trish. Didn't see you today, I don't think, but hope you're good. Brett says, hi, Sam. Love your work. Great win, but still need to look at the defensive attitude, especially that first 20. Missed as many as the Tigers and ineffective, according to the stats, was worse. So it's a great point, Brett. Thank you for the kind words. And it wasn't all rosy out there in the first half, and we need to talk about that. There was a scrum and a try from a scrum for them, which was deplorable. And then we got one back. So completely agree there. I'm not trying to paint it all as rosy, but overall, such an improvement and a really great result. The for and against is really getting a bit of an improvement there as well, because we were down by so many points in the for and against the differential. But we're up to 8th place right now. See what happens with the last game going on. But just a great win, 52-10. Like, putting 50 on anyone's a lot of fun, and so that was cool. Dion says, great to see a huge crowd out there supporting the Sharks, 14K plus. Yeah, absolutely. So really great atmosphere. To be fair, there were a bunch of Tigers fans here, but it probably wasn't as many as I thought there'd be. But they were here, and great day for footy. Weather was good. Great turnout. Hopefully no issues, because I didn't see any issues walking around. Everyone was in a pretty good mood, and they got a pretty good game. Ghastly 10 says, I thought Jesse off the bench was really good impact-wise. Completely switched momentum when it was 12-10 to us. Yeah, the bench was great. My brother pointed out, like, the bench was really good today. And even Kafusi not playing until the second half, as far as I could tell. Interesting move, but he was great. He was really good. Go back and watch Kafusi and sort of solo in on him, and he was good. So Luce says, the Dolphins, Melbourne, West Tigers, Gold Coast, Para, Dragons. Lots of teams had 50 put on them this year. Our odds are getting better and better each week. And also, we're responsible for at least 2 of these 6 teams conceding 50. So what Luce is, of course, referring to is, if you concede 50, you can't win the comp. If you concede 49, you can. Newcastle 0-1. But as long as we don't concede 50, Luce, that's the trick. And we'll be alive. Craig says, so aroused by the win. Hey, let's keep it PG. I still hate that right edge. Siffer let both those tries in, and the whole game turned once Dewey went off. Thoughts are with him, absolutely. Need a bench going forward that has Colquhoun, Siffer, and Burns on a smaller, mobile, hard-hitting bench. Yeah, look, there was a couple of tries there where Siffer was involved. The second one, which had him, and I only saw it at the ground and on the replay screens, but it looked like it was circumstantial as far as who was at fault. So I don't want to hang him too hard. There was one that was clearly him. But I'm with you. Like, he's not our first choice center. Completely agree with you on that. But the bench was great. Smaller bench. Billy Burns was terrific. We're going to get into all these players, but it was cool. It was a cool performance. Ghastly 10 said, thought the 6 games weren't over the top today and we were flying at paces last year. Brendan Fitz said, great to get the 2 points. That said, the Tigers were woeful. From a stats perspective, a completely bizarre game of footy. Up, but let's not read too much into this one. Well, hold the phone there, my friend. I don't think this means we are necessarily premiership contenders based on today's game, but I think you can look into it as well. I mean, chips are down. We got injuries. They got injuries. We got injuries. We put 50 on them at home, but more importantly, kept the West Tigers to 10 points. I can read into that, my man. Respect your opinion. I understand what you're saying as well. Let's not go off too crazy. Marking Mark was a bit worried in the first half, but once we had to run into the breeze, everyone really ripped in and got their nose through. It was good to watch. Oh, man, it was fun to watch. Future Dude said, second hat-trick in a row by Euro. Looks like he's starting to get some confidence back into his attack. That's a great point. 2 hat-tricks in a row. Now, I can see that Luke has called through. Luke, you want to come on? Yeah, there he is. All right, Luke, how are you, my friend?
I'm the winner of my family. Let's go.
That's right. So let's explain that to our listeners and viewers. Your dad is a big West Tigers guy and you're a big Sharks guy, as well as I can see some sort of Sydney Thunder action, but that's for another time. Yeah. How's your dad going?
Oh, he's not impressed, but he's he's a bit flat, but he said that they've got a few players out and he probably thought that could have been a lot worse than it should have been.
Oh boy. Couldn't get too much worse, but who impressed you out there? What'd you see?
Oh, Teague Wilton got a hat-trick. That was unreal. Like,
yeah,
when he went on the scoreboard, the graphic, it said 3 tries. I was like, that's unreal. Like, for a second rower, that's potential right there for Teague Wilton.
Yeah, he's probably not hit his strides the way we would want him to for most of the year, but today was a bit of a breakout game. Even take the tries aside, Luke, he played really tough, really strong, very Teague Wilton-like, ripped in defense, got some good meters. Let me have a look at his meters here. He got about 70 meters, 9 runs, but heavily involved, 31 tackles. So, yeah, he did well. Tell me what else you liked about the performance, my friend.
Well, a bit flat in the first half. Well, Paul Gallen was saying we were a little bit flat in the first half, just too many errors. The attack was a bit slow. But I reckon as the second half kept going, I feel like we got a lot of ball. The Tigers, we kept attacking Tavana's end and he kept dropping the ball and giving it a lot of possession and a lot of tries scored against him.
Yeah, they really kicked well today, mainly Trindle, but Nico as well. And they really took advantage of those back 3 for the Tigers, and they were a bit shaky there. And I think the more they hit them, the less confidence they had. And it ended up with some good tries and good attacking positions. So, yeah, that was cool. It was cool. Give us your top 3 out there for the Sharkies.
Top 3 at number 3. Oh, I reckon Teague Wilton, just because of his hat trick, it really did impress me. He just played really well. I know he didn't really get much meters, but the 3 tries really did impress me today. Ran on the ball hard. He was there at the right time. He's sensational. Number 2, I reckon Talakai had a good game. He was doing a few strong carries today. He ran hard at the fellow Shark himself, Royce Hunt. And yeah, he had a bit of a laugh. He sprinted right at him, but he was making a few good tackle busts. And he was really, really good. And number 1, I reckon Blake Brayley. He played a really good. He had a good kick game, set up a few good tries, and he has to play for New South Wales. He had a great performance. I was very happy.
Yeah, I think he'll be there either on the bench or starting. So good times ahead for Blakey. Anything else you want to say before we get young Ash on? Tell us about anything else, Luke.
Yeah, the Tigers, I feel a bit sorry for them. As you know, our Sydney Thunder are from Western Sydney, where the Tigers are from. I understand what it is like to lose, And I
Yes.
hope Adam Boy pushes through with that shoulder injury. So all the best.
It didn't look good, my friend, and we're big Dewey guys on the show, so hopefully he's okay. And it definitely didn't help their chances when he went off. So, but you know what? All's fair, and the Sharkies took advantage and played really well. Thanks for your time, Luke. Thanks for jumping on. Hopefully we'll talk to you again soon. Up, brother.
Guys.
Give my best to your family, all right?
Coming home. Let's go.
All right, it's coming home. I love it. All right. See you, Luke. Thanks again. All right, from one lunatic to another. I say that with love. Here is our friend Claws Out. How are you, sir?
Mate, just trying to find some light just so I could see you and speak
I can see you, brother. I can see you.
Mate, absolute fantastic day. What a day. I was nervous at the start, but in the end, all good. Everything is good. Life's good.
Life is good. And tell us who impressed you out there for the Sharkies.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I think everyone really had a good game today. Like, no one, I can't discredit anyone. I think everyone set up a game plan today and they actually executed it well. So, massive applause and pat on the back to all the boys today. They actually gave it 100%. So, good on them. How
was the shark cage? It looked pretty rocking from where I was.
Oh, mate, it's always rocking. It's always rocking. It's always good in the shark cage. For those that never been to a game or want to come to a game, join the Shark Cage because it's an atmosphere you will remember. And, of course, you get away.
Yeah. All right, Ash, I think the internet's wigging out either on my end or your end. I'm not sure. Great day. Give us your 3, 2, 1s before we let you go, my man.
There's no 2 or 1s today. 3 points goes to the whole team today. Full credit to everyone. Massive applause.
Well said.
Everyone,
well said, Ash.
Couldn't do. Thank you. Are you going to be at the Bunnies game next week? Because I'll be there.
TBC. Hopefully, TBC. Let's work it out during the week.
All right.
I'm still savouring in this win tonight. So.
Yep. Thanks, Sam. As always, love talking to you, my friend.
I appreciate you. Have safe travels, please.
As an OG since day one.
OG to OG. I hear you. Safe travels,
you, Sam.
all right?
Cheers. You two have a great night and have a good week. Cheers,
you,
mate.
brother.
Thank you.
That's Claws Out. He's out of here. All right. Now some great comments around here. Matt says the Tigers really dropped off in the second half. Our guys pumped up the PCMs and Sam and Ma had confident boosting games. Yeah, Stone Street and Mark Harodi. Harodi was great. Nulla says, I seem to have had a few. I haven't. I've had like one, and that was ages ago. This is me, how I look when I'm happy, and I'm not happy very often. I'm kidding. No, honestly, one really quiet drink pregame. That was it, I promise. Buck says, I'm interested in the footy again. Adam is asking, when is Jesse R back? Cracking win, good day at the footy. Don't have anything concrete. I think it's sooner rather than later. Sorry to be so obvious about that. If I was to put a ballpark on it, I think 2 to 3 weeks maybe, but I think he's getting closer. Kirk says, love Billy in the middle. We need to be a bit smaller, and he was my man of the match. He wasn't screwed by playing out wide, then put in the middle. Yeah, he was really good. Billy Burns in this modern day of rugby league was really, really good. I'll jump over to our friends on the Insta. Hello. And everyone's cool. No one's got any questions yet. That's cool. Let's go back to the other pages. Lush says, regardless of whether they were depleted or not, that's the game. That's the way. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's no excuses there. Greg says the Sharks have never scored 50 twice in one season in the NRL era. I'd check the stats further, but I doubt they did it before the NRL era. King Nico's at it again. Oh, no, we can check all that, my friend, but that's for another time probably. But, yeah, big win, Greg. And Nico was really good. Really, really good. Aussie all the way says, didn't see that scoreline coming. Me either. Great they could turn it around. Some average form recently, but that's what we're capable of. Up, keep it going. Luke says that Luke bloke is a legend. Yeah, so Luke's he's a young whippersnapper, one of our younger listeners. I think he's in year 11 or 12 at school, 10, 11, 12, and lives regionally, comes to Sydney every now and then, came to our watch-along party, which was awesome, with his parents, and does a Sydney Thunder type podcast. If you like cricket and Sydney Thunder, he's your guy. But thanks for saying that, Lush. I'm sure he appreciates that. Sharky Boy Gonzalez says, love the improved effort on and off the ball. Could tell Nicara gave everything in his tackles. Yeah, Nicara jumped on a spilt ball early on, and I was like, he's on, we're on. Attitude's good. So that was really impressive to see. Let's look at some of these numbers here. We completed, are you guys and girls sitting down? Do you know what we completed at? Are you ready? 88%. 88%. That's amazing. They were at 62. That's not so amazing. 5 line breaks to 3. We ran for, overall almost 700 meters more. Twice as many post-contact meters as well. We missed around 25 tackles, which is good compared to what we've been recently. We leveled the penalty count. We didn't win it. 3-3 draw. Half the errors of the West Tigers. And what about this one? Ring the bell, get the applause going. Where's my buttons? I don't know how to press them from here, but we didn't lose a challenge today. Inconclusive, sure. But we did not lose a challenge. And another round of applause. No. So that was cool. And we actually won the set restarts 5-4. So not an ill-disciplined game by any means, whether it's penalties or errors. That's good news. That's really good news. We'll get into some player stuff as well, but let's get back to some of your comments. All right. Where are we at? Mark says Nico had a good game. Great to see him turn the momentum on for us at the end of the first half with that nice kick that pinned the Tigers on their line, then intercept that led to the try. So absolutely, Mark. And here's what I want to point out, and I don't know if you saw it on the screen watching on Fox or on Channel 9, but at the game, particularly if you were elevated a little bit, what you would have noticed was for those dropouts, they had a bunch of dropouts in the second half, and they really needed the ball back, the West Tigers. The Sharks had between 6 and 8 players in that front 10-meter zone on the line, like pretty much a wall comparatively. And they had probably 3 more guys just behind that, and then the strays. And that's why you saw one of them, they just went long and the ball ended up on our 30, but who cares? We got the ball back. But that's good football. That's good coaching. And it's smart, because if they're going to get the ball back, they're going to have to really fight for it. And I don't know if they did very often from dropouts. So I want to see more of that. That was elite for me. Like that, I nerd out and that kind of thing. So just wanted to point that out. Danny says, I hope Oggy Kafusi gets a mention. He was great today. Nico was fantastic. Yeah, we've already mentioned Danny, and spoiler, when we do the Kieran show tomorrow, we're going to mention it, because Kieran was frothing sitting next to me about Kafusi. And I was like, I know. I'm on board. But he's like, no. He kept him till the second half, and then he was really, really good. Dion's 3-2-1s were Teague, Nico, and Kennedy. We haven't even mentioned Will Kennedy. He was fantastic again. He ran for about 170 meters. He busted 4 tackles. He had a line break assist, a try assist, and he was superb. And that continues the mystery of Will Kennedy at Cronulla. And you guys and girls know how I feel about him. Danny says Kennedy and Trindle were also great. Okay, JFM says we needed that dominant scoreline given the players that were out for the Tigers. All the players had a good game, did the basics well. I thought Oregon was strong off the bench. Absolutely. Matty Crosby, an OG, says, hey, mate, Nico's best game in the past 2 years. I hope we look at debuting Riley Jones in the center to replace Talakai. We still have numerous drop balls and missed tackles. Yeah, I don't know about that, my friend. I don't know about having Riley Jones debuting in the centers because next week we play Souths. South scored 38 points today and lost. Holy Moses, like PVL is just on fire with his brand of rugby league, and Souths are going to score points, and Sifa Talakai can score points. I know that he's not the most concise defender side to side, but I would also say watch some of those tries back today. He's involved in them that went against us, but they're not all specifically on him. I hear your point. I take your point. Maybe Michael Gabriel's back. Maybe Jesse Ramian's back. I don't know, but I'd be holding off on Jones just now, but he has been playing okay for the Jets in the centers with all respect. Garsley 10 said, I thought the outside backs did well considering they were depleted. Absolutely. Yeah, defensively especially. I think you saw a different sort of defense this week. There was no rushing up. They were one line. There was no panicking. And it wasn't great in the first sort of 25. There were moments that were just forgettable, but they got it together. Garsley 10 says if we won our first penalty count, I thought it was 3-3. That's what I've got here, but I'm happy to be corrected. Our friend Sammy, I think she's down in Canberra, said, I'm so proud of the boys. They got it done today. They scored for us, and we're very proud. Nico scored for me today. Thanks, Nico. I'm so proud. Enjoy singing as well, the song. Thanks, Sammy. Appreciate you. Hope you're well. Kirk says, love the jacket. Yep, this is a retro official Sharks merch, so you can get it online from sharks.com.au from the ground. Tell Barnsey and Ashley that we sent you, and they will say thanks. But it's beautiful. It's our merch, and people think I'm just going to be sucking up or whatever to the club. It's not the case. Our merch has been elite, no matter who the manufacturer is. Hey, how's it going? And Jenny says, hi, Sam. What a win. Was cheering loud up here. Thanks, Jenny. I hope you're well. We just had a visitor from somewhere, a Sharks visitor. JFM says our spine really started to click in the second half on the back of some good forward momentum. Hope we can duplicate this. Well, it can't hurt, can it? It can't hurt, like, to get in those kind of rhythms. And they didn't take their foot off, which was great. Hello to everyone over on the Insta. There's a game on now, Penrith Manly. It's going to be, I don't know, hopefully good. Someone can give me a score update as usual, but you know what? I can just look on here. It's fine. But I was going to record later on, but just this is the easiest way, to be honest, with everything. Oh, 6-6. So this will turn into a podcast and we'll repost and all that kind of stuff. But we just wanted to get it done live in the moment, especially being high on the 50-10 win. That's all. That's the only high. Corey said, I've just noticed you had a haircut, looking slick, just as good as the Sharks defense. I appreciate that, Corey. And I don't know what you noticed in the first 27 minutes of the show. Just kidding. Thanks so much. It's a big deal for me getting a haircut. I'm not a fan of it. Scott said we need to back this up next week against Souths and again against the Dogs at Magic Round to be back in premiership contendership. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And Scott, love your work. But it's also like, I think we can enjoy this, you know. I'm not suggesting you're not, but we can enjoy this win without getting too carried away and say, well done to everyone involved. And they needed to turn it on today, and they did. I mean, a 1-point win would have been enough, but to get a 40-point win against the West Tigers in current form, that's awesome. But you're right. You know, if we get towed up next week, what does it mean? So, and they're going to be hard games. Souths in particular will score a bunch of points. We've seen that. And Dogs, who knows what you're going to get? They beat Penrith and then, you know, so who knows? Thank you, Scott. Ghastly 10 says, I'm scared for the Cipher on Latrell matchup next week. Now, I appreciate that. At least he's not overly quick, right? He's just very, very good. Let's see what happens. The defense was a lot better today. I think even Cipher was a lot better there today. So let's, if they can keep this up, maybe they replicate what they did during the week. They did a few different sort of sessions and that kind of thing. So maybe it'll be okay. Terry says, lots of good performances. The whole team played well. KL, Blake, and Nico were the standouts. Thanks, Terry. Ghastly 10 confirms 3-0 penalty count isn't a loss. I'll take it. Yep, absolutely. Jesse, thanks for the score update. Appreciate you. Nulla Boy 67 is saying Brayley 3, Nico 2, Kafusi 1. Kafusi got 1 from the bench. I love it. That's awesome. That is so cool. Jesse said, am I traveling up for Magic Round? It's a TBC on that one. Yeah, things are a bit... They've made it a bit difficult. I'll put it that way for Magic Round if you're traveling. But it's not a no. So watch this space. So let's keep rolling here. Keep rolling. Let's look at some player performances. Will Kennedy at the back, 170 meters. 4 or 5 tackle busts. Try assist. The try assist was sublime. That happened right in front of us in the upper Andrew Ettinghausen, and it was just sublime watching it live with my beady little eyes and then watching the replays on the big screen. Just perfection. I loved it. Here's a bit of a public announcement from our friend Joe from Mr. Paisley's. Do we know a Lockie Robinson found his membership card for the Monty Porter stand on the way home? It's going to be at Mr. Paisley's in Caringbah. So if there's a Lockie Robinson, we can get that to you. And alternatively, Joe, maybe I get it and take it to the membership people. But thanks, Joe. You're a ledge. We'll try and flash that one up later if I remember. But Lockie Robinson, if you're watching or a friend of, we found your card. What else? What can't Joe do? Great company today as well. Jesse said the back 5 was back to their best, all running for over 100 meters. And he's right. He's right. Hiroti, much better game this week. Much better game, ran for 100 meters. Sifa Talakai, 150 meters running, couple of tackle busts. He got some missed tackles as well. One which was costly. Might be some more there, but his impact is still pretty good. It's definitely one up for debate, up for topical discussion. I have to stress he's not the first choice center, and everyone in this building knows it, and everyone watching knows it. So, go easy on Sifa and everyone else a little bit, because their hands are a bit tired the past few weeks with who they're going to play at the center. And it's all very well for someone to say, throw in this guy, throw in that guy. A lot of them aren't available. Other guys aren't experienced. It's tough, man. KL Iro, great game. 3 tries. So that, as someone pointed out before, that's 6 tries in 2 games. Ran for over 100 meters, busted 5 tackles, 1 try assist. He was terrific. Well done, KL. His misses were a lot less this week as well. Everyone's kind of was. Sam Stonestreet scored a try towards the end. Ran for 140 meters. 4 tackles, no misses, no errors. So can't ask for much more than that. As we go to a comment from Maddie, who says consistency is what is required. We can score points, need to work on our defense, handling errors, missed tackles, and the error need to be fixed. If we want to stand out from the crowd, be aiming to be Penrith. We need to be like that. it's a big win, but don't let it get to our heads. I don't think they will, Matt. Like, the first half was pretty close. So it's just a breakout second half. I appreciate everything you're saying. I don't think they're going to get big heads from this win. I really don't. But it'll give them some confidence, and they need confidence. Boy, oh boy. As far as handling errors, missed tackles, they're okay today. Like, you're going to make some. These guys aren't robots. Fortunately, unfortunately. Matthew Wade said, love watching the win, but how impressive and clean are Teague's hip tackles. When Teague is on, he is a borderline elite player, and I love seeing him like that. He's a very good player, and he's had some injuries, and he sort of comes back from injuries, I think, slowly but surely, and he's sort of shaking that off now. And today he showed you how good he is. Our halves, Braden Trindle. What's he got? He's got 4 try assists. 4. That's pretty good. Kicked really well. Kicked the heck out of that ball. And the longer the game went, the better he got. And he was pretty good. And that's coming off a performance last week that wasn't that great. The king of carrying bar, Nico Hines, scored 20 points, including a runaway intercept try. He ran for 100 meters. 2 line break assists, 1 try assist. Terrific performance from Nico Hines. Well done. Congratulations. J-Man says, hope you're well. Thank you very much. What did you make of our discipline this week? I thought we looked much better. Still room to improve. That's exactly how I'd put it, Jay. Honestly, like nowhere near perfect, but still scored 50 points, 40-point differential in that game. And discipline-wise, I mean, the errors were down. The penalties were way down. They won their challenges. And I think I said they won the set restarts. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think hometown game kind of helped a little bit, big crowd and everything. But yeah, I thought it was a lot better, as you said. Thank you so much. Hope you're good too. Jay says, our bench was good today. I really enjoyed seeing Kennedy doing some important runs in some of the sets. Yeah. I mean, Kennedy, it's becoming such a problem, and thanks, Jay, for that. It's becoming such a problem because the guy is like top 3 every week for us. And, people who are in the media, people who coach, people who look at the game differently to what a lot of us look at it like, will tell you he's a really, really good fullback. But there's just that element of smack talk around him. And I don't know, they're basing it on different things. I'm not saying their opinion's wrong, but I looked at Kennedy today, and I watch him every week, as you know, and he's not the problem. And I completely concede, and I'm kind of sick of saying it, but every time I have to sort of backtrack and go, oh, if there's someone faster and better, and like, yeah, sure. But there's not. And he's our guy. And he's very dependable, and he's not breaking the bank. I'm fascinated to see what happens here, because if there's not another club chasing him, then I don't know what's wrong with those other clubs. I hope that we can re-sign him and bring in Ison gradually, because he's not ready. He will get there, but he's not ready. Let's let Will be our guy for a bit longer. And I'm not seeing a fullback that's going backwards. He's going forwards. And yeah, he's getting older every year. I get it. But he's a Shark through and through. And it's just a fascinating subject, and I'm happy to have it out with anyone, back and forth, pros and cons. You can get better fullbacks. Hear me out. You can get better fullbacks. You can get a lot worse ones as well. And he's doing a great job. Very much loved within the team. Big in the community, and I don't know. I don't get it myself. Matt says it's a must we resign Will Kennedy. though I would be having a mini rebuild at the end of the year. I think that's fair. I think that's okay. Yeah. Shout out to Barnsey who's joined the feed. Barnsey, we had a lot of, we had some good praise for the merch I'm wearing, and I've already told them to come see you. So now back to the players. Adam Fanua-Blake, a really strong game. There were some errors in there, but a really strong game. He ran for about 160 meters, busting tackles, made some tackles. He was great. Blake Brayley, he ran the ball 5 times. That's a good sign. 2 try assists for Blakey Brayley. 2, that's pretty good. And he is closer to playing State of Origin, whether you like that, whether you don't like, whether you're indifferent on it. I would be shocked if he's not either starting or on the bench. I think there will be a bit of a push for Robson now. He's found some form with the Roosters, but our boy Blakey's going to be in and amongst it, which will cause a bit of change for us at some point. Scott says, no doubt the new rules suit Will Kennedy. Toby Rudolph, close to 100 meters. An error in there, some missed tackles, 14 tackles to be fair. I thought out of all the players, I thought Toby was probably the one down on his game today. Never really, in the first stint at least, looked overly dominant. So, and the error was a big one, and I get it. Like, it's the spotlight's on that from the restart, from the kickoff. But I think just out of everyone, he probably was the one who would maybe redo the game. But see what happens there. We can talk about that throughout the week. Let us know what's going on. If you don't want to drop a message here or call in, you can get in touch with us, sharkcastpod@gmail.com, via the website, sharkcast.com.au, DM on the socials. You'll find us, and we'll get to your messages and everything during the week. Britton Nicker starting about 70 meters. Couple tackle busts. About 20 tackles. Good return for Britain. I think he's either 80 or he's nothing. So let's roll him out there for 80 and see what he does. And what else have we got here? Teague Wilton, 30 tackles, 3 tries, about 80 meters. So Teague was good. Just doing 2 things here at once. Bear with me. Teague was good. And I love that aggression that he plays with. I've said it a lot about Teague Wilton. When he's angry and when he's got that fire in his belly, he was chasing everything. He and Britt, potentially with a difference today. And Billy Burns, I'll throw in too. Like, those more mobile players did their job. Now, just looking up something for someone. Adam says, re-sign Will, use him on the wing. AFB needs less minutes and that'll improve him. She's saying Kennedy on the wing and Liam Ison at fullback maybe. I don't know if he's a winger, Will Kennedy. He could do a job maybe, but I don't think I'd be going that way myself. I respect what you're saying. But yeah, interesting. Thank you. Adam also says, did it feel like Trindle was calling the shots and it improved us? I don't know. I didn't get that vibe. I thought Nico was pretty involved. But I thought maybe Trindle eased himself into the game, maybe. Just trying to do something here. Now, let's go with our friends on the Insta. Taylor said, loved how Oregon played in the time that he had on. Yeah, Taylor, absolutely. We've given him a bit of love already, but for a guy who's pretty maligned, he did a great job in that second half. Maybe that's the way they're going to go. Maybe that's the way they're going to go. And Jay says, if Brayley gets picked, who would you be bringing in? Would it be Beryl because Jay would be bringing in Beryl. I think you would. But I'd like to sleep on that one just to see if there's any other kind of way around it. But I think that's right. He says, I don't agree with putting Will Kennedy on the wing. If we look at the modern NRL era, normally those look to be future fullbacks rather than start them on the wing. Yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of like the reverse order. But yeah, there's lots of different things you can do. Now, Drew said, have we ever defeated Jerome Luai in first grade? And I believe we have. And it was only, so this is the second time we've beaten Jerome Luai. The first was in 2018 playing for Penrith at Penrith. We won the game 24-12. So he likes playing against us. Boy, I thought he was quiet today. Either he was quiet or we did a number on him. So that was kind of cool. Marky says, every time Bradley kicked, we got a result from it. His kick to Wilton was pure class, straight between the legs. Awesome. We love Blake. Now, the rest of the team, Cam McInnes. He ran for about 50 meters, made 25 tackles, of course, didn't miss any. And I didn't mind him being there starting. I will say this, I think I'd be pushing with Jesse Colquhoun to start at prop with AFB because Colquhoun needs to be on the field more than he's not. So love what Colquhoun does and love the energy he brought off the bench, but I also think that there's a way to start with him, and that would be starting with AFB. But Cam is easing himself back in and doing a great job. Billy Burns off the bench was terrific, about 90 meters, no missed tackles. So for a guy who's been pointed out as missing some tackles on social media and that kind of stuff, he's done well to not miss any today. Jesse Colquhoun over 100 meters and 25 tackles, no misses. There was that one error early on. I think his first error was the first touch he had, and then I think Tom gave away a penalty. It was something where our two guys just came on and they did stuff that wasn't good, but whatever. We're going to move on from that. Oren Kafusi that everyone's talking about, about 70 meters off the bench. Some terrific offloads and just really dominant. Again, no missed tackles for him. I thought Tom Hazelton had a nice return to form. I really did. And he ran for over 100 meters. I think that the one thing you're probably going to get with Tommy is if he doesn't land flat, face down or standing, it's going to be a slow play of the ball, or at least a slower play of the ball, and he's just a big unit. So a return to form for Tommy. I thought he was really good today, and he was really putting in, and really love the effort. However, Puru and Riley Jones did not get on the field. Blake Brayley for life says, Brayley surely makes Origin this year. Iro is definitely back. I think that Blake does make Origin. I'm just not sure he'll get the starting spot. So however you feel about that. Or maybe he will, and maybe the other fellow will be the impact player. I'm not sure, but Origin, they do favour two hookers playing in the game. So we'll see what happens there, but he definitely deserves it. He's going great, and he'll be better for it. There is the risk of injury, but, he can get injured, tripping over Joe at Mr. Paisley. So let's throw that one out the window now. CJ says, big game, big crowd, and big win. Now, CJ, I saw you walking around with your Sharks crew jacket on. I saw you in the upper Andrew Edding house. I didn't get to say hi, but I hope you're doing okay. Great job by you and all of your fellow crew people. I think that they're still called the crew. Luke says, and I think this sums it up, man, I needed that. Right on. Luke says having Origin players in the squad will be good for us. And I agree. I'm universally known as not an Origin guy, but I agree. I agree with you. So Sharks win 52-10, in case I haven't said that enough. Jay has also confirmed that we defeated Jerome Luai in Penrith. And he said Matt Moylan scored. Yeah, I think Matt Moylan kind of went bonkers that night, didn't he? So that's good fun. Sharks win 52-10, and we're up to 8th spot. And for those listening, the Panthers are winning 12-6. Now, we'll play the Rabbitohs next week. They lost 42-38, PVL ball. So we're playing the Rabbitohs at Homebush. I think it's 5:30 Saturday. We'll get to all that, but they're going to score some points. They're going to be tough, and let's go do it. You know, we can score points too. You could be getting a shootout is what I'm trying to suggest. Hopefully we do what we did today and we stop them from scoring points. Adam also sends CJ some love, saying, hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, CJ's a good dude. Lewis says, up, Sam. I was in the Bay of Tigers supporters behind the sticks at the southern end. With 10 to go, there was plenty of space around us. Southern end, 10. Yeah, okay, gotcha. You know what? Sharks fans left too. You got stuff to do, put them down. I get it. But I think some Sharks fans missed some of those tries. Bumper crowd. Great fun. Lush says, I feel like there should be another word aside from win when we put 50 on a team. Sharks destroy. Sharks destroy West Tigers 52-10. Scott says, to touch on an area to improve, a downside to tonight would have to be our right edge attack. No joy there tonight, and teams seem to be all over Nikera's line running. Right edge. Yeah, so that's our makeshift center and winger. That's understandable, I think, Scott. The Britain thing, yeah, they've got to work that out. He was a lot better tonight, heavily involved, but they need to work out the line running, everything else, and what his true value is. When Britain nick running at you, no matter what the angle, it's going to be hard to stop, and I want to see him go for it. So we just had a little blackout. Hopefully everything's all right. Lucia's threatening to come to Sydney. Look out, Sydney. Whoa. Strictly business. Is this some negativity? Another flat track win at home, lads. Well done. I don't know about that. Strictly business. What was flat track about it? They were missing some players. We were missing some players too. We got makeshift backline, dude. Or do that. So I appreciate what you're saying. But did people really think we were going to win 13 plus or put 50 on the West Tigers and can keep them to 10? I don't think so. Appreciate you. Adam said, shark feeding frenzy on Tigers. Yep, we're getting into all the nuts and bolts of the way to say it. Future Dude says, the question now is who we put 50 on next, and if it happens, I've got to say it again because this is awesome. The question now is, who do we put 50 on next? And if that happens, do we refer to ourselves as the Grim Reaper? Oh. SharkCast, best audience in the world. That's some deep thinking. We could. It's morbid and it's grim, but that's how you win titles, right? Darby said, been trolling my friend who's on one of the main Tigers podcasts and loving it. Yeah, they've got a lot of good podcasts. We had Adele from West Tigers TV on during the week. He's an old friend of mine, but he's involved with West Tigers TV. And there's a number of podcasts out there for West Tigers. They're a very popular team. And that's good work. Good work, Darby. My whiskey-loving friend. Lucia's hearing whispers Ronaldo may be back next week, a week early. Would you bring him in a game early or wait until Magic Round? I haven't heard those whispers. I did see the great man today. He's looking terrific. I would bring him back, Lush, when he's ready. If it's next week, bring him back. If it's Magic Round, bring him back. If it's after the bye, bring him back. Whenever he's ready, let's go. He's going to add to this team so much. He's chomping at the bit, and I cannot wait. Now, Thailand Cronulla Sharks supporters group. Go give them a like on the Facebook. What more does Brails have to do to be the Origin 9? Well, personally, I don't think he has to do much, but I think that they like to pick and stick where they can, and Robson is finding form with the Roosters, who are in good form, and I think they'll both be there. So I'd pick him, that's for sure. Sean says, I think Nico far outplayed Trindle tonight. He and Brayley were electric, and I would agree with that. But I think Trindle was a lot better this week than he was last week, and I think that his kicks were really, aside for that one that ended up in Woolooware Golf Club, I thought they were really, really good. Cam Oliver, the legendary Cam Oliver. Smart and disciplined game by the spine for the first time in a while. That's cool. Cam, if you haven't heard Adele on the previous show, go back and have a listen. It's kind of fun. Lush says the next 50 will be on the Dargans. Jason Hawes of Cripps and Cripps Real Estate fame said, I just got home. I didn't see that coming. Happy days. It's always a good sign when Brayley runs early. It sure is, my man. Hope you're doing well. Chris says, Will had a great game tonight. Will Kennedy, some elusive runs around the ruck, very safe under the high ball. Completely agree, Chris. I'm not sure if we're talking about him enough or too much or in between. I think he's been terrific all year. Sean says, when Ronnie comes back, does Stoney drop out? Hirotti's looking way better now. So good to have McInnes back in the starting lineup. Could see the difference. So just working backwards there, Sean, and appreciate your comment. McInnes back is awesome. He brings a confidence and a steel-like in defense and a running attitude, which I think other people on the team need. Hirotti is looking better than Stoney, I think is what you're saying. So when Ronnie's back, who's going to be the other winger? Well, the question for you, Sean, is Sione Katoa still in the hunt when he's fit? Because I would assume that he'll be close to fit when Ronnie's back. So I personally, and we'll get shot down by some dear friends of mine, but I personally would go for Katoa and for Mulatalo this year, and then next year you can work it out. But Stone Street was pretty good tonight, especially compared to the past few weeks. And Hirotti was way better. I don't think he's a winger, but he was way better. Interesting problem to have. Danny's 3-2-1s, Hines 3, Kennedy 2, Trindle 1. Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Sharks win 52-10. Holy cow. Jacqueline says, I'm late to the party, but was the run out music different today? Oh, I'm going to need help with that one. Ooh, Jacqueline, can of worms opening up. Can someone who was at the ground confirm, or we'll have to ask our friend Jess Chich of the Sharks about it? I mean, I was here for the run out. I just can't tell you, but I'm interested to know what happened there, Jacqueline. Sorry I missed you. Be fun to celebrate that. Toe Jam Beast is hopefully the start of a winning run. Absolutely. How good would that be? Sharks win 52-10. Now we have Thailand Cronulla Sharks supporters group. Again, give them a follow. They do good stuff on there on the Facebook. The kick by Brayley between the legs of a defender for Wilton to score. His runs from dummy half, runs very fast. So yeah, he's talking up Blake Brayley. You don't need to rest your case, sir. Like I'm with you. Like I'm a member of Brayley Island. So now. Here comes an OG from way back. Here he comes. Hey, Nathan, how are you? Long time no see.
Good. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
I'm good. That's an in-joke for everyone listening because I saw Nathan just before. What did you make of the game, my friend?
Well, it was the bounce back we needed. I thought, what was it? What was it? 6-4 down, they made it 8-6. I thought they're going to run away with this one. Mm-hmm. But we just kept turning away and just we're going up by 6s. So that's what.
So let me help you out there. It was 6-0 Sharks.
Yep.
And then it was, what am I looking at here? Something's happened. Something's happened here. They went back and forth, to your point, yes. I believe then it was, then it was 6-4 to Cronulla. They scored, and they scored again through May. They got the goal with Jock Madden, so it was 10-6, to your point.
Yep.
Then KL scored his first try in the 20th minute. It was 10-all. Nico gets a goal, 12-10. And from then on, we went ahead with it, and we scored a couple of tries before halftime. Yeah.
Yeah. And to your answer for the song, it was Kickstart My Heart.
Oh, whoa. This is huge. Now, weird question. It's okay if you don't know. Was it like the Motley Crue original version, or was it a remix, or?
No, it was the Motley Crue.
Wow. This is huge, Nathan.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jacqueline for pointing that out. This is huge. Okay.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't recall any remix. I think it sounded like the old Motley Crue one.
What are your thoughts on this, Nathan?
Not really fussed either way.
Fair enough.
It got the job done, so whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. Tell me who you liked out there. Who impressed you?
I thought Era had a great game, and it was finally good to have Bradley running.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what definitely got us on the front foot, especially in the second half. So, but yeah, Nico's intercept, that pretty much just the icing on the cake. So, yeah, I thought that was, we needed that win big time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you and I spoke before the game, and we were sort of unsure what was going to happen, but I mean, you would hope there was going to be a bounce back, but there was a pretty big one, and you know, we're not getting ahead of ourselves, but to put 50 on them at the way they're flying, no matter who they're missing, that's pretty cool, because their defense has been really good this year, Nathan. Everyone talks about the tries they scored. Their defense has been like, I think, top 2 all year. So to put 50 on the second best defensive team, and also we're missing players. Like we're missing Ramian. We're missing Katoa, like drop, but you know,
Ronnie.
missing him. Ronnie, like his guy's out. McInnes is just back. Like it's not like we're perfect in the injury department. So I appreciate they were missing some really good players, but I think the turning point also was Dewey. Like people aren't talking enough about that, but he hurt himself scoring a try, and he might be gone for a while. Hopefully not for their sake, but I think that was pretty major. Even though Jock Madden is a great replacement, like a pretty handy replacement, but it was exactly what we needed, Nathan. Foot on the throat, like that's what we did. Like we're always complaining about it. Oh, why aren't we more lethal and foot on the throat? Well, we did it.
Yeah, we didn't really play with our food, so to speak, because usually if we have a lead and it's within 15, 20 to go, we usually sort of fumble and bumble away towards the end. But yeah, this one we really, let's put him to the sword.
Yeah,
I think when with 10 minutes to go, I thought we could do 50 here if all things going well.
Yeah,
and lo and behold, we did. So.
Yeah, I think that conversation was happening a lot around the ground, and I said it as well. But was I realistically thinking it was going to happen? Probably not.
No,
just for no bad reason. Just was like I was pretty content, but everyone kind of went, "Well, there's 10 minutes to go. There's 10 points to score," and they did it. And it's
Just to go back to your point about the Tigers defense on your podcast with your friend Adele, guy from the Tigers, have I got the name right?
Yes.
I think he said his average for the Tigers was like 12 points a game they concede, something like that.
Yeah,
and
big time.
So we just blew up that myth. So be it as it may, the Tigers had guys out. So take of it what you want. So,
but that is one of my points, Nathan. Is that we came up against a really good defensive team. Like this year, they know how to defend. Like the proof is there. After 8 games, they were, I think, first or second defensively, which they haven't been for years, to their credit. And to put 50 on them, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
What did you make of the atmosphere at the ground?
That place was going off, which was like you very rarely see that at Shark Park. Yeah, I think definitely once he had the momentum, the crowd was really into it. Riding every tackle all the way, and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's hard to. Shark Park's a weird place to get that all the time. I don't know. Maybe it's just who we are. Because I know we're really trying to get the atmosphere back to a really exciting place. Yeah, it sort of depends on the crowd, the day, who we're playing, how we're playing. So
yeah. I think your last point, unfortunately, although it makes sense, is how we're playing, because the first half, even like the crowd they got into it, but it's not like it was pulsating in the first 10 minutes from a crowd point of view, as in like the crowd's sort of performance, for want of better words. Yeah. But once it got a bit close, things went our way, things didn't go away, the emotions were going, and then, they went on with it. And I think the Sharks kind of drew them in, and you had no choice but to sort of get vocal and get loud, which is awesome. Any negatives for you? Anything you want to work on?
There's still an area, like the discipline with the ball, like especially in that first 20 minutes of the game when we really were a bit behind the scoreboard, and Rudolph dropped one off that one, and then Colquhoun dropped one. As soon as he came on, he dropped it first hit up, and I think Fanua Blake dropped one. I think maybe then, but I can't remember. But it's just stuff like that, and it's that stuff would sort of turn a game. Yeah, but if you deny. I'm of a theory of if you deny your opponent the chances to score, like holding the ball and knocking away 6 agains or penalties, that goes into your favour. Yeah. I know it's very cliche. Yeah, it's very cliche.
No, but it's completely true. And I think at one point, maybe it was when they went ahead in the first half, I said to Kieran sitting next to me, I said, "This is not how you play the West Tigers with the drop ball that you're talking about and the repeat sets." I was like, if you give them the ball, they're probably going to score. The thing is, when I looked at our numbers, I think they completed it like 66. What did I say? 62%.
Yeah.
And they had 40% of the possession. So that was a major way to going on and winning the game. Like, as you say, that's how you, especially a team like them. And I think last week against the Cowboys, if they played that way and not given over the ball, etc., that we would have got the win. We would have won the game. So
because for the Tigers' point of view, I think they made errors in their half, and we punished them every time. Yeah, and so that's what it leads to sometimes. You're completing sets is almost paramount.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who were your 3-2-1s or your best out there, or who impressed you?
3-1, sort of top of my head. I was thinking this on the way home. I had Eero as my 3, Colquhoun at 2, and Brayley 1.
Okay, I was just distracted for a second. Go through it again for me. 3.
Sorry, 3 was Eero.
Yep.
2 was Colquhoun.
Yeah. Okay.
And number 1 was Brayley.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, across the board, they were all pretty good. Like, a lot of guys put their hand up for sort of player points today, etc. Hey, it was great to see you today, man.
Same to you.
Always like seeing you up in the rich seats, as people call them, which is a tad unfair. I'm certainly not a rich man, but enjoy your week. Are you heading out to the Homebush game? What are you thinking?
No, I've got head to a trivia night with some friends and family. So
nice.
I'll try to catch the game there. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you win that.
Yeah, it should be all right. Yeah, it's always fun.
All right. Thanks for jumping on. Don't be a stranger. All right. Always good talking to you.
Thanks, Sam.
That's Nathan. See you, man. Nathan with the big news. Hopefully Jacqueline's still watching. Kickstart My Heart is back. Wow. Jay said, Fitz was saying in the presser that we haven't seen the best of Teague yet. He's been playing busted for a few seasons. So thanks for that. Oh, Kieran's joined the feed. We're going to talk to Kieran tomorrow, all being well. We're going to wrap up pretty soon, guys and girls. Brendan said, Hines 3, Euro 2, Brayley 1. Awesome. Adam said, Fox at one stage had the Tigers with 3 tackles in our half, and then we're going to check during the week to see if it was a first. That's our friends at the lab. Thanks, Adam. Jay said it's good that our goal line defense was back today, which was very true. And he also said that Ronnie and Ramian are going okay, but we'll see in a few days about when they are coming back. So, yeah, I don't think it'll be next week necessarily. Brendan says, hopefully the win kickstarts our season, especially with a big couple of games against South and Bulldogs, the first game of Magic Round. Absolutely. Every game. I'm going 1 week at a time. That's how I'm rolling. I'll let you guys and girls know if that's different, but I'm going 1 week at a time. Now it's all about Souths. How do you beat Souths? Let's work that one out. All right. Thank you, everyone, for jumping on to the post-game live stream. Really appreciate it. I know it's not a great time, Sunday night, Sunday evening, but we'll turn this into a podcast for all you audio people, and we'll post this all sorts of places. So give us a follow, share, like on Facebook, on Instagram, on the X, if you're brave enough to get on the X, and TikTok, which we're slowly building up. But look at me, I've got gray hair in my beard. How can I go on TikTok? Well, we just are. And we've got a website, sharkcast.com.au, and there's lots of places. YouTube is probably the big one. Give us a like there. That'd be awesome. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, fellow students, workmates, love interests, whatever. Tell everyone about SharkCast. We're out there. We do good trade, but there's always another Sharks fan to find. I'm finding it out. I've found that out for the last 12 years. There's always someone else to find. Lately, we've had a lot of new people joining in, and it's awesome. I love the fact when new people join our community. So please keep spreading the word about SharkCast Pod, and we will keep delivering what we do as best we can. Lush says, love the work. Thank you very much. Jack says, up, up. Thank you very much. Now, this is interesting. Fozball is real. Hang on. Oh, the Seagulls are leading. Is this the first time we're going for Manly? I don't know. And Kirk says, thanks for your efforts. Kirk, thank you and everyone else for joining. Got to get out of here. Up, Cronulla. We are the best team in the entire world. 52-10 over the West Tigers. We're coming back, baby. Don't know if we're back, but we're coming back. Because if I say we're back, I'll get into trouble for being too pro, whatever. Up, Cronulla. Really appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone. Up, Cronulla. I'm trying to find the song to go out to. Come on, Shanaz, get it together. See you later, up Cronulla.
Sharks forever. Go out and play without fear. Now's the time to see